You are interested in going to the NYU SPI program, listen up because I'm going to give you my review and pros and cons list as someone who went in 2025 and now works in book publishing. For sake of this video, I'm not going to do all of my pros and cons, so definitely check out the blog. The first and honestly biggest pro to me was direct access to publishing professionals and executives. You guys, we literally heard and met pretty much all the executive leadership at the Big Five and other publishers. For example, literally the first week, president and publisher of Harper One, Judith Kerr, invited us to an event and 5 people went. It was an exclusive event that was really just HarperCollins employees and their interns. And it was a great time for us to network. I met some editors directly. I got some business cards from people who were not speakers at the program. And this was week 1. So they were honestly giving us other opportunities to immerse ourselves in the industry. Pro number 2 is a huge alumni network. One of the things that I really got through this program and was able to understand as we saw alumni throughout the years, honestly spanning up to like 20 years, early 2000s, these are people who are still in the industry. These are your peers. These are people you're gonna see because everyone kind of hops around from publisher to publisher, and yeah, that's just the network. So it's really good to kind of take a look around and see, okay, who am I working with? And honestly, a year later, now that a good handful of us have full-time jobs, it's cool because I know them and I know that they're there. And for example, through this platform, I'm offering mentorship, and I have a girl who wants to go into sales, and I was able to hit up my friend who's in sales like, hey, can you meet with her? Can you give her advice? And it's just a great way to have those connections that are going to last longer than just one summer. Another huge pro is a clear, holistic overview of the way the industry works. You guys, if you know, when you're Googling or looking things up about the book publishing industry, it's hush hush. Like, it's giving you like practical steps on how to publish a book. It's not talking about the industry, which is completely why I have this platform, because the actual industry itself, unless you're in it, I think it's so hard to get access to it if you don't have a family member or someone who can give you that insider information. But really understanding the book publishing process, really understanding what in each and every role was, the difference between PE and an editor and design and sales and market. There's so many different departments, rights and acquisitions and packagers. You guys, I can go on and on clearly, but understanding what each and every role is, and it really expands the view of what jobs you think are available for you, and honestly, what you might even be drawn to. The last big pro I'll cover is you're in New York City for the summer. Honestly, that is why I moved here. I was in New York City for the summer. Beautiful summers, intern season, mind you, interns as far as the eye can see. I remember literally one time I was at happy hour with some people from the program, and that's also good. Like, we made friends and we hung out pretty much every day, and we just had a blast, a great time. And I was looking around in the city and I was like, I'm gonna move here. I think being in New York is so magical, and it's such an amazing place, especially when it's hot and beautiful and not dreary. So to be here and to learn was just an amazing experience that I'll just never forget. Now, some of the cons, I'm going to do 3 cons as well. Number 1 con is it's expensive. The program costs money. Transparently, I received a scholarship that covered all of my tuition besides the deposit, and I have family in Brooklyn who were able to save me like $1,500 on housing. So if you can swing it financially, or you have connections, or you go in a Facebook group, or you get an Airbnb, whatever you're going to do, if you can make it work, you can. But like, you have to eat every day. They don't give you lunch. Like, you're really taking care of yourself, and you can't work unless you're working weekends because you're in class from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday you're in the city. And if you don't live here, you want to explore. So really have your bank account ready to go, and then you'll just see it dwindle as you're here. Number 2, this is also simultaneously a huge con for me, is not having a guaranteed job. One of my biggest critiques of the program, and I said it in my survey, so this is not like piping hot tea or anything, I think the program should be for postgraduate students only. Sorry, not sorry. I love the college students I met who were there. They were great, but I truly think that employers would show up to the job fair differently if they knew that this whole group of students are ready to work immediately. And I know that there is the master's program, but honestly, some of the master's program students were at the job fair too, because they're also looking for jobs. As someone who was already a working professional, out of school, ready to work immediately, I do feel like some of the questions and some of the things got held up because we're also catering to a demographic who is not in the workforce. And I have some more cons in the blog, but I think those are really the big ones for me. My overall recommendation for this program is that you should do it if you are looking to learn, if you're looking to grow, if you're looking to network, because I still like talk to some people from the program, the connections that I've made in the industry. Like there are some people who are still my mutuals. Sam Fox, I love you, queen. But there are some people on there like that I know that I could reach out to and that I can still learn from, even if we're not in direct contact, because I have them on my LinkedIn or I have them on Instagram or whatever it may be. So I think it's an investment. If this is the industry that is for you and you're going to be in it for years, I think you should do it.